Welcome back my YouTube channel. Today, we're talking about one of the most beautiful cars ever created, the legendary Jaguar E-Type. A machine that changed automotive history forever and became a symbol of speed, elegance, and pure British luxury. Even decades after its launch, this car still turns heads everywhere it goes. The Jaguar E-Type is not just a car, it's rolling art. From its long hood to its smooth curves, every inch of this masterpiece was designed to impress. This is the car that made people stop and stare in the streets, and honestly, it still has that same magic today. The first thing you notice about the Jaguar E-Type is its incredible exterior design. The car looks low, wide, and extremely sleek. The front end is long and aggressive, giving it a sporty personality even while standing still. That endless hood became one of the most iconic shapes in automotive history. The oval front grille, paired with classic round headlights, creates a timeless face that feels elegant and powerful at the same time. Unlike modern sports cars filled with sharp lines and oversized vents, the E-Type keeps everything smooth and flowing. Every curve looks natural, almost like the car was shaped by the wind itself. From the side profile, the Jaguar E-Type looks absolutely stunning. The body sits very low to the ground, while the roofline flows beautifully toward the rear. The proportions are nearly perfect. Long hood, short rear deck, and wide stance. This design gives the car a sense of motion even when parked. The chrome accents add extra class without feeling excessive. The door handles, bumpers, mirrors, and trim pieces shine beautifully under sunlight, giving the car a premium and luxurious appearance. The wheels also play a huge role in the personality of the E-Type. Classic wire wheels became one of its signature features. They add vintage racing character while making the car look sophisticated at the same time. Whether you see the coupe version or the convertible roadster, both designs look absolutely breathtaking. The coupe feels elegant and aerodynamic, while the convertible adds freedom and pure driving emotion. At the rear, the Jaguar E-Type continues its elegant styling. Slim taillights, smooth curves, and a clean rear end create a sophisticated finish. The dual exhaust system adds a sporty touch, hinting at the performance hidden under that massive hood. Everything about the design feels balanced and timeless. That's why so many people still consider the E-Type one of the greatest looking cars ever built. Step inside the Jaguar E-Type, and the cabin immediately transports you into a completely different era of motoring. The interior combines luxury, simplicity, and classic craftsmanship in a way modern cars sometimes struggle to achieve. Instead of giant screens and complicated controls, the E-Type focuses on the driver and the joy of driving. The dashboard design is clean and elegant. Classic analog gauges sit directly in front of the driver, displaying speed, RPM, fuel level, and engine information with beautiful vintage styling. The switches and controls have a mechanical feel that reminds you this car was built during a golden age of sports cars. Every button, knob, and lever feels special. The steering wheel is another highlight. Thin, elegant, and beautifully designed, it gives the driver a direct connection to the road. In many versions, the wooden steering wheel adds warmth and luxury to the interior. Combined with chrome details and classic instrumentation, the cabin feels sophisticated and authentic. The seats are comfortable and supportive, covered in premium leather that gives the interior a luxurious atmosphere. Even though the E-Type is a sports car, it still manages to provide a sense of refinement. The seating position is low and sporty, making you feel connected to the machine from the moment you sit down. The cabin space may not be huge compared to modern Grand Tourers, but that's part of the charm. The interior wraps around the driver, creating an intimate and focused driving environment. Every detail exists for one reason: to make driving feel exciting. The smell of leather, the view over the long hood, and the sound of the engine all combine into a driving experience that feels emotional rather than digital. Now let's talk about what made the Jaguar E-Type truly special when it arrived: performance. Back in the 1960s, this car delivered speed that shocked the automotive world. Under that beautiful hood sat powerful inline-6 and later V12 engines that transformed the E-Type into one of the fastest cars of its era. Early versions came with a legendary 3.8-liter inline-6 engine producing impressive power for the time. Later models received an upgraded 4.2-liter inline-6 with improved torque and smoother performance. These engines gave the E-Type strong acceleration and excellent high-speed capability. The car could easily compete with far more expensive exotic sports cars while costing much less. One of the most famous facts about the Jaguar E-Type was its top speed. The car could reach around 150 miles per hour, an incredible achievement during its era. That level of performance made it a serious rival to Italian and European supercars. It wasn't just beautiful, it was genuinely fast. The sound of the engine is another unforgettable part of the experience. The inline-six produces a smooth, deep, and mechanical growl that feels alive and emotional. Later V12 versions added even more smoothness and power. The V12 engine transformed the E-Type into a luxurious high-speed grand tourer capable of effortless cruising and thrilling acceleration. The manual transmission versions provide a pure and engaging driving experience. Shifting gears feels mechanical and satisfying, reminding you that this car was built for drivers who truly love controlling a machine. The clutch, throttle response, and gear changes all create a physical connection between the driver and the car. Driving the Jaguar E-Type feels very different from modern sports cars, and honestly, that's exactly why people love it. Modern performance cars are incredibly fast, but many of them isolate the driver from the experience. The E-Type does the opposite. It makes you feel everything. When you start the engine, the entire car comes alive. The vibrations, the sound, and the response create an emotional moment before you even begin driving. On the road, the steering feels direct and full of character. You can feel the surface of the road through the wheel, making every drive feel connected and engaging. Acceleration feels smooth yet powerful. The long hood stretches out in front of you while the engine delivers strong performance with a classic mechanical soundtrack. Cruising through city streets or open highways feels special because the E-Type attracts attention everywhere. People admire it not just because it's rare, but because it's genuinely beautiful. The suspension setup balances comfort and sportiness surprisingly well for a classic sports car. The ride remains refined enough for longer journeys while still delivering sharp handling through corners. The independent rear suspension was advanced for its time and helped the E-Type achieve impressive stability and comfort. One of the best parts about driving the Jaguar E-Type is the emotional connection it creates. This car has personality. It's not just transportation. Every journey feels memorable because the car constantly reminds you that you're driving something truly special. The sound, the steering, the design, and the visibility over that endless hood create an experience modern cars simply cannot replicate. The convertible version adds even more excitement. Driving with the roof down allows you to fully enjoy the engine sound, the wind, and the classic atmosphere. Few cars deliver this level of romance and emotion on the road. It feels cinematic every time you drive it. Over the years, the Jaguar E-Type became far more than just a sports car. It became a cultural icon. Celebrities, collectors, racers, and car enthusiasts around the world fell in love with it. Even today, classic car collectors consider the E-Type one of the most desirable vehicles ever made. Part of the reason for its legendary status is the way it combined beauty, performance, and value. During its launch period, many people believed the E-Type offered Ferrari-level style and speed for a much lower price. That combination made it revolutionary. The design influence of the E-Type can still be seen in modern sports cars today. Its proportions, elegance, and focus on flowing lines inspired generations of automotive designers. Even decades later, the car still feels fresh and exciting rather than outdated. Restored Jaguar E-Types are now highly valuable collector cars. Enthusiasts spend years carefully restoring them to preserve their beauty and originality. Seeing a perfectly restored E-Type in person is an unforgettable experience because the car looks more like artwork than machinery. What also makes the E-Type special is its ability to appeal to different kinds of people. Some admire it purely for the design. Others love the engineering and performance. Many simply enjoy the nostalgia and classic atmosphere it creates. Very few cars manage to connect with people in so many different ways. And honestly, the Jaguar E-Type represents an era when cars had soul. Designers focused on beauty. Engineers focused on emotion. Driving was about passion rather than technology. That spirit is exactly why the E-Type continues to inspire car lovers around the world. The Jaguar E-Type is not perfect in the modern sense. It doesn't have giant touchscreens, advanced driver assistance systems, or digital technology. But none of that matters when you experience the car. What the E-Type offers is far more important: character. Every line of the exterior feels artistic. Every drive feels emotional. Every engine sound feels authentic. This is a car that makes people smile, whether they're driving it or simply watching it pass by on the street. Even today, the Jaguar E-Type remains one of the greatest achievements in automotive history. It proved that a car could be beautiful, luxurious, and incredibly fast all at the same time. Decades later, it still stands as a symbol of timeless automotive excellence. The Jaguar E-Type is not just a classic car. It's a legend that continues to capture hearts around the world.